Well, how does that affect me? So according to the statistics from the Office of the Attorney General, in the state of Texas, we have laws on the books that say you cannot discriminate on gender. So statistically speaking, anybody who's a stats nerd, I am. Yeah, okay, there's three of us in here. 4, 5. So statistically speaking, it should be about 50-50, right? Maybe 47, 53, whatever. It is 90 to 10. In the state of Texas, if you are a man, your wife files for divorce, and you have a child, you have a 1 in 10 chance of having primary custody of your child. How the hell does that work? Yeah. It literally is statistically impossible. So I ran the stats on it, some simple t-tests and some z-scores and some other stuff. It is a 1 in 100,000 chance that happens by chance once 1 year. And when you look back for decades and see it's happened every decade for decades, it becomes, I don't even know what that really big number is, but it's like gagillions or so. It's impossible. Well, how would this be? Well, part of it is the old wives' tale thing that babies need their mothers, and they do, but they also need their fathers. We know the stats for fatherlessness. 60% of all rapists come from fatherless homes. 70% of people in prison come from fatherless homes. Young girls are 6 times more likely to be single, unwed teen mothers when they come from fatherless homes. Drug addiction, alcohol, substance abuse, you name it. We know the stats. We have these things. You see them on Facebook. Oh, look, all these dads showed up for all these fatherless boys at the school. It was amazing. What created that fatherlessness? In our state, part of it is DFPS and CPS, but the rest of it is the family courts. Oh my gosh, why would they do this? Oh my gosh, it doesn't make sense. Follow the frickin' money. Sorry about that. Well, how's their money? In the state of Texas, family law is a $3.8 billion with a B dollar a year business in our state alone. It is estimated that family law attorneys make more money as a group than all other attorneys combined. How is that possible? Oh wait, the bar. Anybody know who the State Bar of Texas is? If you go on there and read their thing, it says, you know, we're going to minimize conflict. We're going to do everything to get our clients out of here as cheap as possible. We're going to do the best interest, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. If I do that, am I going to be making $3.8 billion a year? Absolutely not. How do I make it? So let's see. I need to work as long as possible until you're out of money. Our family court system is one of the most contentious things there ever has been. The entire goal of it is to run up the bills. Well, but that still doesn't explain the fathers. So there's a thing called Title 4D funds. There's a thing called Title 4E funds also. So Title 4D funds, the federal government pays the state of Texas every time they put someone on child support. So I'm going to put you, Chris, on child support. I'm the state of Texas now. The money comes from the federal government. The Office of the Attorney General takes some to fund themselves. Then they send it to the county I, the judge, work for. The county takes it, and in our Texas family code, it says they can use it to pay my salary, put it in my retirement fund, take care of court costs. So literally, by putting you on child support, I am paying my own salary and funding my retirement fund. Do anybody have any clue how much retired judges make in the state of Texas? Most of them, it's over 6 figures.
All of them.
How?
No, I missed that. But when this is over, I do have something I'd like to say.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And so the Title 4D funds come in. Last year, Texas brought in $89 million in Title 4D funds. And so it went through the Office of the Attorney General, and the rest was distributed to the counties, who put it in a very large account and then use it for whatever, because they have very wide latitude. So if we're married, and we decide we're just going to split. You make more money than me, but I make an okay living. We don't need to be paying child support. We got this. We want to split. The Office of the Attorney General will literally show up in court and object to our agreement because no one's being put on child support. Yep. They will demand someone be put on child support. Now, there's forms you can file to do that, but most people don't know that. Because if we're not paying child support, even though neither of us need it, the state doesn't get paid money. That's how our system, and that's the system. And so we look at CPS and DFPS and look that they're utterly destroying kids.
It used to be that the federal government also gives stipends for kids that go into foster care.
That is the Title 4E that I mentioned.
I just
So
like
in
to
the
make
family
sure-
courts, it's Title 4D as in
So
dog.
there's a financial incentive
And
for
in
them
the,
to put
in
kids
the,
in foster care.
when CPS or DFPS remove a child, put them in foster care, they get Title 4E as in egg funds. And when they adopt them out, they get more funds. They literally get paid to remove children from their home. But what about all the abuse? What about the horrible bad stuff? What about, yes, absolutely. We see the stories where CPS workers document, oh, I saw little Johnny last week and he's great, but little Johnny died 3 months ago. He was killed by his parents. Well, what happened? Oh, wait, I've got a nutrition degree and a badge and I have no training and I don't know what I'm doing. Or they'll remove somebody, couldn't possibly remove somebody for their religious beliefs, could they? Yeah, I can. All I have to do is show up to a judge and say, I have concerns about this family. I think Dad may be delusional, he's got some problems, and I'm concerned. They don't have to prove anything. So in family court, so if we go into criminal court, so is it Eileen?
Yeah.
So we're gonna sue each other. We're going to go to civil court and sue each other. Say, we're not sure where our fence should be, 2 feet. So we're going to go to court. We actually have to show proof, right? We got to get like someone to come out with a little thing and survey it and mark it and do that. See, and in a criminal court, if I did something to Patrick when we went to criminal court, somebody would have to witness it and there'd have to be pictures. And, for me to get, in family court, all it takes is, she did this, and the judge can go, yeah, it looks like she'd do that, so yeah, I believe you, and that's it. And you're like, whoa. That's not evidence, but that's how family court works. You do not have to show pictures, you don't have to show records, all you have to do is come and say, oh, I'm in fear for my life. And guess what? She's going to get a temporary restraining order, and she won't get to see our kid. And we drag this out for the next 9-10 months. And then when we show up for hearing, she's like, I haven't seen my kid in 9 or 10 months. I've done everything you've asked. And then we're going to say, well, we're doing fine without her. He's doing great. And nobody in that room is trained to assess whether that child's doing great. So guess who's never going to see their kid again? Or they're going to get to see him maybe once a month, maybe if she's lucky. Because in family court, it requires no evidence. And we have completely untrained people. And again, why would we do this? Follow the money, because it is a massive industry.